Noble's approach to STEM is based on variety for students and really understanding the importance of foundational skills in order for success later on in some classes.
So at the very beginning, at their freshman year, students are going on field trips to ITW, to the Field Museum, and seeing that science at work and really developing that genuine love for it, so that as sophomores they can start finding their own direction and their own specific love of science and tech and engineering and math.
More students are exposed to STEM fields and feel success in them so that they have the option. I think if you don't feel confident about a certain field, it's probably not one you're going to pursue. If you feel confident about multiple fields, then you have the option to go where your passion is, as opposed to like letting your options limit what your passion could be.
The only reason that a student should not go into STEM is because they don't want to go into STEM. It shouldn't be because they don't have the skills to do it, and it shouldn't be because they think that they can't do it.
The job opportunities in STEM are abounding. I believe there were tens of thousands of job opportunities just in Chicago that went unfilled last year in STEM. And so it's really our mission to get these amazing individuals through the college process so that they can start filling those jobs and use everything that they've learned.
Especially in the communities that we work with, I think it's super important. So minority groups, women are so underrepresented. So I think getting more people in those fields and qualified in those fields is huge because they're so needed. And to, again, starting with exposure, hey, this is what engineering is as a freshman, giving them some backgrounds that when they get into those college classes, they're not blown out of the water. They know, hey, maybe I'm having a hard time because it's tough. It's not because I'm a girl or I'm a minority or I don't belong here. It's just tough, but I'm prepared and I know I can do it.
We're getting ready, and by the time we get to college, we don't just get hit by like a big block of like problems, and we're not gonna sit there and be like, what is this? Because we learned it already, and we'll just be able to like tackle it down easier.
I was once a youth of Chicago who would sometimes go to school to escape my reality. So I get up and I work long hours and I'm here and I help students as much as I can because I know that if I put in as much work, even if I don't change every student, that I know I'll touch some.
One of the biggest, most important gaps to close is the gap in STEM achievement. I think that those are some of the careers that students from our communities are actually the most restricted from, because there is such a high bar to be able to access those majors and careers in the workforce. So I think that as an instructor, you need to hold yourself to the highest level, and you need to be your absolute best for your students every single day. Otherwise, that those realities won't be possible for them.
I think sometimes our students and where they come from, the neighborhoods that they grow up in, if they see someone like them in a position, then they're more likely to say, hey, I can do that too, I can accomplish that.
I think as a female science teacher, I feel a special responsibility to be a positive role model for younger female students so that they can see that their teacher has been successful in science as a female, and they can too also go off and be successful.
There's a club here called Girls, and they just brought in a whole panel of women engineers so that students could then actually see people that are in those fields, talk to them. Hey, what were some challenges that you had? Just building them up in the sort of non-academic sense that they have those life skills they need to sort of succeed as well.
If you talk to your teacher and tell them that you're having trouble gaining confidence in yourself, then they'll be like, well, my friend was an engineer and she's now works at this big firm, and it's she did it, so you can do it too. Girls can do math too. We have so many more resources now than when she wasn't studying to be an engineer, and it's they really support us.
I'm just thankful for the opportunity to be a part of the Noble team. I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be teaching the students, and I'm supposed to be pushing them to be their best self. So daily I'm reminded of my work here at Noble.